Hi YouTube! So I want to talk about the village people and the Mandela effect within it, in this group. And the reason I want to discuss this is because this particular Mandela effect is a bit different than just a slight change of word, of title, of song lyric, of logo. Okay, this is a bit more significant and also easier to prove, much like with the Lord's Prayer, that this is a wonderful example of how it's so obvious that there was a change, like there's something that happened here. And people remember very differently. So many of you are probably already aware of this particular Mandela effect, but it's just interesting to me that an entire person can be inserted into a group that is very famous, well known, always been 5 members. And the way people that remember it only being 5 members all seem to be leaving the same member out, the same 6th member out. So if it's just bad memory, wouldn't, you know, somebody forget? I get like the Indian, okay, because he stands out the most, just his headdress, everything, like nobody's gonna forget him because of that. But wouldn't, if it's just bad memory, wouldn't it be more than just the same character that is always forgotten when people are dressing up in costume or performing skits, things like that? So that brings me over here to Saturday Night Live, okay? They did a little skit involving the village people. And this is what the little blip says. The sequester inspires village people reunion. No one wants to write about the sequester or read about the sequester or joke about the sequester, but it's a big deal and we can't escape it. So we do our best to come up with something, anything. The Saturday Night Live team could only come up with the sketch hinging on the village people joke. So it's a little skit, and I want to point out reunion. As you see, there's only 5 members here, and he's, you know, it's just a little skit. I'll show you a clip of it, and I don't see why they would omit a 6th member when it's a village people reunion. Okay, and it's the same exact member that everybody seems to leave out and forget. So very interesting that Saturday Night Live, of all places, would get this wrong.
Good luck reading Beowulf, you monsters!
And of course, these cuts will affect our military, our civil servants, federal construction projects, even grants to Native Americans. And I'm the one who has to tell these folks, young men, there's no need to feel now. Young men, pick yourself off the ground.
Okay, so you get the gist of it. How could they leave a member out? How? This is Saturday Night Live. Like, how would they get this wrong? So this is a great example of, yes, something happened here, whether you believe in the Mandela effect or not. You know, this skit was created, village people reunion, yet there's a member missing from this reunion. Next, we have this Twitter post, and it was uploaded February 6th of 2013. He's talking about gay marriage, and this is the Times of London at the Times, and this is just a, you know, personal artist depiction of the village people. And again, it's only 5 people, and the same member is missing, and it's the military, the army looking guy. And I never remembered that, but he's part of the band now, making it 6. But you know, here's this guy. Why is he missing that same member? Okay, I'll give you another example. This is America's Got Talent, I guess, or I would say this is Britain's Got Talent, but I don't know. I don't follow these shows. Anyways, here's this guy, and he's putting on a performance of the Village People, and he actually, you know, goes through to a few rounds, and from this, he like goes and performs for the opening of a basketball or something like that. So look at, you know, his Village People.
Be patient.
Okay, so if he's going to go on a television show, and this is his act, like the Village People, the whole lineup of it is his act, but he's going to somehow be missing a member of his act, and nobody notices or comments on that or anything. So again, here's a good example of just, it's not bad memory. Like, this is, you know, this is his act. He would have 6 people in his act if there were 6 people, at least in his memory. So here is covered the Village People, Macho Man. These are just normal people. Again, there's only 5, and it's the same member missing. And I'll go back over here to point it out. It's, I believe it, yeah, it's this guy back here. So, you know, he's missing from here. It's the same exact member in all of these. You know, when people are dressing up, let's see. Some people are 6, definitely, but here he is doing his little performance at the basketball game. And again, like, it would be ridiculous if he was missing a member. So let's see, there's some good Halloween costumes of people in Halloween costumes. But you could see there's, you know, a lot of people that are drawing it as 6 or dressing up as 6. You know, here's some just normal people. Again, there's just 5 of them. Here's 6, so, you know, definitely that's what exists in this reality, so I would very much expect to see that, but it's the 5. Like, you know, why are some people remembering it that way and depicting it that way, and, you know, others are not? Like, I don't know, I may have skipped them all. Go back up to the top. Yeah, so here's some girls. Same thing. There's just 5 of them. And so my point is, why are they all missing the same band member? You know, here's another group. It's the same guy that's missing every time. This one right here. This is the one. How could, you know, honestly, like, how would anybody forget him? Especially, like, in this getup. But he's the one, and, like, Saturday Night Live left him out. The guy doing his performance on America's Got Talent left him out. People dressing up in costume leave him out. Like, why? Why is he the only one, like, getting left out? You know, that's my point. And I don't know. See, dressing up in the army gear. This is the 6th member right here. And some people definitely like see it that way, and that's just how it's always been for them, and so be it. But you could see that for others, that's not the case. It's just 5. You know, it's just 5. And if it wasn't just 5, you could say, oh, you know, they didn't have a 6th person. Why is it the same member that always gets left out? Like, answer me that. Debunk that. Why? And it's not just people, you know, dressing up in costume and things like that, just us, you know, dumbasses out here that don't know anything and whatever. Even like Saturday Night Live skits have 5. That guy putting on his show trying to make some money, win $1 million, he only had 5 members. So I don't know. It's very interesting, like, how does another person get added to a group band that's very famous and has been around forever, and like the band just seems normal about it, like, you know, it's always been that way. So what the hell, you know? That's just, it's more than just a lyric change or a name change. It's much more significant than that. So it just makes me wonder, like, you know, how deep or how big can changes really happen to us personally, individually, when things like this are out there and it's present. And, you know, even despite the evidence here, I know there's people that are gonna be like, oh, this doesn't prove anything, fine, whatever, I don't care. Like, be blind, be blind, be in bliss and be blind. But I'm not blind. And if nothing else, like, why are so many people only remembering 5 members and omitting the same member? Like, that is my issue. Like, why isn't the cop ever forgotten, or the construction worker guy, or the Navy guy? Like, why isn't that ever, like, the case? So anyways, that's all I have for this video. I know this isn't a new Mandela effect, but to me this is more of an interesting one that is also more easily proven than, you know, just like a slight change of a logo or something. This is an actual freaking person. Like, explain that. And it's not bad memory. It's clearly not. I mean, I guess the writers of SNL are pretty stupid, and everybody who was acting it out was like not realizing they were missing a member of their freaking group. I mean, come on. So anyways, that's what I have. I'll leave you with this wonderful Twitter post at the Times of London, at the Times, about gay marriage, and it's just 5 members, and again, missing the same member. So have a wonderful week, month, year, whatever it is for you, whenever you're listening to this. Take care.